So now we go to the defensive side of the ball, man. This I am a little concerned, especially when Spags spoke about this in regards to CB2, who's playing on the other side of Trent McDuffie. Um, and so it's like, who is CB2 and who do you have confidence? Um, who is CB2 and do you have confidence in them? So whoever you think it is, maybe you don't know. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, who's on that other side of Trent McDuffie, bro?
I don't know. I don't know. I just hope I want to see the most aggressive, confident, like humbly confident cornerback that we have available. My thing is McDuffie in and of itself, as he really, really comes into his own, he's a major problem that can definitely shut down one
Oh
half
yeah,
of the field
yeah, yeah.
without a
Don't.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
But this other person, people have to understand that what we were used to dealing with,
Bro.
man, he was abusing people, and
Yeah,
it wasn't necessarily always that the coverage and stuff. It was. I'm not calling it questionable or not saying it wasn't good, but what's my guy's name that we lost? Oh my goodness,
Sneed.
Sneed. I mean, Sneed was. I mean, it was like freshman day for.
Bro.
It was like freshman day for. Bro, he was. I'm gonna. They can say what they want to say, but like another thing I noticed, and I mean, like say you can feel how you want to feel. Tyreek Hill can say what he wants, but Sneed was beating him up.
Yeah, put them hands on that
He was
boy.
beating him up, bro. He was beat, and after a while, when a man catches the ball and knows that he's going to be pulverized, that man is not excited that much about catching the ball anymore. And I don't think Tyreek Hill looked forward to playing against Snead. I think after you experience somebody hitting you that hard, and the thing is, bro, you hear people say, but he's truly a violent tackler.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
violent.
And I can
And
say
I
this too.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm looking for that.
Mhm.
Whoever looks like that violent, confident tackler, maybe you're going to see a couple of pass interferences, but you're also going to see a couple of wide receivers like, stand up and do that walk off the field, try to act like it didn't hurt. But
Mhm.
we all know it hurt.
Yeah,
I'm looking for
man.
that guy. Where's he at? Who we got?
Yeah, I don't know either because Spags is like he's like if you don't know who the starter is by now, you may not have the starter, bro, on that other side. And the thing is, what the problem that it poses is so last year in the years past where we've had Snead, last year specifically, like they were able to play man on both of those sides and take two wide receivers out the game. You could man up, which makes it which may kind of freeze up the safeties to do what they do. And in the pass rush, when you can play man like that, boy, that it helps that pass rush out also. And so when you have one guy that can play man, Trent McDuffie, now this other side, you've got to have a safety over there to help on that other wide receiver. That's probably because most of the teams now have at least two top wide receivers or two guys that can, you know, that can hurt you. And
Yeah.
now you got to cheat a safety over to that other side. That's not the guy that's not Trent McDuffie or Sneed. You know what I'm saying? And you got to cheat a safety over there, and that takes away from some things. So you got to change some things up. Whereas, like when you can play man, two guys that can play man, when I tell you that changes your defense so tremendously on
I
that
agree
back
with you.
end and with the pass rush and what you can do, the different things that you can do, then you can have the safety up and come blitz. You know what I'm saying?
I
Um,
mean, let's
so
keep it real. I mean, I think back to a violent tackling secondary and group of linebackers that really, let's be honest, when people played against them, it was like I ain't really got to catch the ball today. Like, dude, like check me out next week. When I think about the Ravens, Ed Reed,
mm,
and you
mhm.
start talking about Ray, and hey man, I like Sneed because I felt like our defense was starting to take on that type of swagger from a secondary perspective. Like
Yeah,
you catch the ball,
that attitude he played
okay,
with.
huh?
I said that attitude that he played with,
Yeah, that
that
added. I mean,
mentality.
you're gonna pay for it. Hey, you about to get tapped, dude. And this is
Yeah.
not. This is not. You don't have to think about whether this is about to happen. You
Mhm.
don't have to wonder if this is about. Bro, if you catch the ball, you're gonna know that you got tackled. This ain't about to be no. We gonna try to push you out of bounds type stuff. Nah, we trying to make you really think about the fact that do I really want to catch this the next time?
Yeah, yeah.
You
So
know,
the
that's
depth
that.
chart, the depth chart right now for the corners shows, of course, you got McDuffie. On the other side, it has Joshua Williams. I don't know if I trust him like consistently. I don't know if he's consistent enough for me. But you got Joshua Williams, then you have Jalen Watson, and then you have Najee Johnson, which we keep hearing about. Najee. I'm hoping he's like that and he can take that on. But as of this point, Spag said, I mean, there's even a possibility that they could try to sign or trade for somebody at the cornerback position. So that's telling me like I don't know. And then you got Ekoi Boydo at the third corner, behind McDuffie and Watson. Then you have Chamari Connor, who was I thought it was they kind of use him at safety and at nickel. Like they kind of use him all over the field, which
Can't be
I
the
like Connor.
downfall.
I do like Connor. Connor's nice.
I
And then you
mean, it
have
just can't. My thing with that is that if Spags is keeping it 100, like we can pretty much expect him to do, then there's no need of us to sit around dilly dacking. It's time for those people that make trades and bring us the personnel that's necessary for us to be successful. Bring them on in. That's just me. If we don't have them here, we wish you the best.
mhm.
Joshua Williams, appreciate him because he knows our defense. You're welcome to be a part of this thing, but you're probably going to end up at a number 3 or number 4. And what you really are saying is what every defense hopes for. Your cornerback that's number 1 and number 2, that difference needs to be only noted on a piece of paper for the fact of trying to make sure that we keep the depth chart reasonable. But you really want 2 number 1s, 2 people that can shut down whatever side of the field or the wide receiver that they're on. And that's very much needed at this point in time. You got wide receivers or teams out here with not just 1 or 2, but you got teams out here with 3 wide
Yeah,
receivers sometimes who
yeah,
could all arguably be number 1s. So you got to have cornerbacks that
yeah,
can get down with the get down. And our safeties, I need them to take on the same attitude that they took on with Sneed. You're not about to out pulverize this dude over here with me.
yeah. I'm not
I
worried about the
need,
safety
yeah,
position, man. I'm not worried
I
about
want to
safety. We got
see.
dogs at safety.
Well, we need it. We need you to be a dog, a big nasty junkyard dog.
Yeah,
We need
right.
all. I mean, I don't nobody want to do. We don't need that pimp, bro. One of my favorite players.
Mhm.
The only person that I saw that I really felt like had this down as a corner was Marcus Peterson. Like he could
You mean
intimidate
Marcus
people.
Peters?
Peters, I'm sorry, and he
Mhm.
wasn't going. He wasn't going. He wasn't going to hit you and blast your head off, but he would talk so bad to you
Oh
that
yeah,
it would mess people up. But my point with it was he wasn't playing. You fool around, throw the ball at the wrong time, and see if he don't hawk that bad boy down.
yeah. He was
But
he
that's
was a
not
dog too.
what you want your overall theme to be. You
Mhm.
might want. I take him. I take him at our number 2. I
He's
take him, but I
yeah,
take even. I saw him get walked on a couple
yeah.
times.
His best days. I think his best days are
They might be
behind him.
behind him, but
So on the outside, hold on. On
that
the outside,
attitude and that swagger, though, bro, it's
yeah,
the thing with Marcus Peters in a defense like ours. He's an opportunist,
no,
and if you mess up,
I'm not bringing Marcus
he
Peters
gonna
in.
get you. I like Mark because I
No,
felt like You gonna throw that ball and you're gonna be thinking ain't nobody hawking it. He already didn't anticipated where you're going, and you're gonna get comfortable thinking, oh, bop, 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 bop. I just want somebody with an attitude, bro. You gotta
Mm.
have, man, you gotta have swag. I mean, I'm looking at the young men, shout out to the young men in Blue Springs, Missouri, playing middle school football, here at Delta Woods. I mean, man, my encouragement to them, even as we met with them, I met with them, the parents and stuff, even to my son. Hey, son, it's time to get out here and show people what you can do.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
know,
play with a certain mentality to be
yeah,
a
you
great
got to,
defensive back.
let's go.
Physical. I was gonna say the
Yeah,
guys on the outside looking in are Kelvin
right.
Joseph, Nick Jones, Keith Taylor, Miles Battle, and Kamal Haddon. I was hoping Kamal Haddon could kind of step up. I liked him, but he needs maybe he'll probably end up on the practice squad. We'll see. But I mean, we definitely have. I'm not I'm not wholly confident on the CB2 position or cornerback two. I do think we have a good group of defensive backs, but I just love like having Sneed was just such man. Having McDuffie and Sneed is
Diamond in the
what
rough,
made us
though.
help make us a top five defense. So I think defensively we'll take a step back, maybe because of the not having that lockdown corner on the other side of Trent McDuffie, and we may be like a top 10 or at worst top 15, which is good enough for Patrick Mahomes because our
But
offense is going to be
I
back
like the
scoring.
name Josh. I like the name Joshua. I believe.
You like
I
who?
mean, I just think that these guys.
What'd you say?
I like the name Joshua.
You just
I
like the
think that.
name?
Yeah, I like the. I just feel like these
Mhm.
guys, good, sound, strong, biblical name. I believe that these guys understand what's necessary. If you want to be number two, you know what that requires. Number two means you have to be able to perform at the level of the number one. That's what we want. That's what
Mm.
every team wants. There's no sugarcoating that.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
even know that that's really optional anymore if you want to have a top tier defense
yeah, because you
because
really need three
you
DBs
have to
now.
have it.
You need three DBs now, not just two.
You
You need three.
gotta have
And
it.
so at least that number two. And so I got a feeling, man, we may end up drafting another DB in the first round next year. I wouldn't be surprised if we drafted a cornerback in the first round next
I think
season.
the beautiful thing about the Kansas City Chiefs organization right now, from a drafting perspective and even from picking up free agents and all that and stuff, is that you have all of the capital that you need, players and money wise, to be able to pursue the talent where you really feel like it's necessary at any time. You have it, it's already there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they do a good job. I put it like this. At the end of this week, because when is preseason is over, what, this
Well,
week
our
or
preseason is over. I think they have
right?
a few more games
Got one
like
more
this
couple,
weekend, but this
but
is the
at
last
the end
weekend
of,
for it.
you you don't want Spags to feel like we don't have anybody in house that can take care of business. Probably, honestly, by the end of the day tomorrow, I would hope that he's going to have a very firm feeling of what he has available. And if not, maybe he called Beach yesterday and said, "Hey, bro,
You know what though? I'll say this.
no,
I am concerned, but I'm not overly concerned. The reason I'm not overly concerned is because when the AFC Championship game versus the Bengals, when Snead went out in that first series, we lost him for a majority of that game. And, they still had, of course, like I think who was it went out? Was it Tyler Boyd that got hurt? Or they still had Higgins and Chase. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And so they still did a good job in the secondary, and they were rookies at that time, like Jalen Watson and Joshua Williams and Brian Cook, you know what I'm saying? And they were able to hold it down versus a very good offense. And so there is some um we have some familiarity with that, and Spags, he knows how to, you'll just have to adjust, and like I said, kind of cheat a safety over to that other side, whoever that CB2 is going to be, playing that receiver.
I'm gonna
So,
lay it out like this.
so
This is my opinion. You know what? How many? Patrick Mahomes has already won what? 3 Super Bowls?
mhm.
Is that correct? Okay. So 3 Super Bowls in, only one out of those three have you had what we consider to be an elite defense.
Yeah, top five. That
My
was this
thing with
last year,
it
was the first
is,
year. Yep.
right, that was the first year. So my thing with it is this, oftentimes um, the need or necessity will produce greatness.
Mm.
Um, this is a serious need, probably stronger than anything else I can think of that we know about right now on the team as a whole, is being able to solidify that aspect of our team. And I think that they'll figure it out. And I
Yeah,
don't think that they'll wait. I don't think that they'll wait to deal with it. I think they'll be proactive. Maybe they'll give these guys, a few games or something to see what they do when the real lights come on.
yeah.
But I don't know that that's, if there's a corner available that fits the bill. I don't see Spags not coming over to Veach and being like,
Well, there's like
thank you. You, you
there's
know,
three guys on the free agent market, and like you got Xavier Howard, he's like 31 now, but I do like um Adoree Jackson. And he's a physical dude, man. He's got that kind of that mentality. I wouldn't be opposed to kind of bringing him in. I forgot who the third guy is because there was three of them. Let me see. You got Xavier Howard. Let me see. Let me look out real quick, real
31,
quick.
you kind of
Yeah,
31,
yeah,
you
yeah.
you I mean, I appreciate you. I'm 42. But I mean 31, you
Is it you?
you may have seen
Your best days, your
your
best years.
best days. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you, because at 35, you sat out in the car and getting up ain't necessarily what it used to be. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You get out
okay.
and sit out in the car. I can tell you right now at 42, I know it ain't what it used to be.
So
But at
yeah.
35, you boy 31, oh boy, at 30, it's different. I don't care. People say they want to say maybe you felt the same.
Mhm.
I didn't feel the same at 31 as I did at 25.
So the other guy is Rashad Fenton, and I don't know how you feel about him, but to me, like,
I'm
for me,
sorry.
I like Rashad. I like Rashad when he's with the squad, man, because he
Is
plays
it
with a
the name?
physicality, man.
It's the name. Rashad. Like, it's bro,
He's only
he's
27.
not,
He's only
bro.
27.
My thing with Sneed is what made Sneed exceptional to me and made him his own, bro. He pestered.
Mm.
He was always pestering whoever he was, guarding, defending. Do you have somebody with the skill set to be able to pester
Can you be a
people?
pester?
Pester,
Can you be a pester to the wide
pester.
receiver, sir?
He pestered them. I mean, to the point where, you get, hey, bro, it makes you kind of mad when somebody's slapping your hands and hitting you. It was okay the first 3, 4 times, but here we are in the third quarter and you still slapping my hands like the game just started.
Yeah, he
And
didn't give up
every
no
time
touchdowns the whole season, bro.
you
Until
put, I'm just saying, you pushing me
man.
around. Hey, bro, I don't appreciate that. I'm kind of, not only have I not been able to catch a
Mm.
touchdown, but I haven't been able to really catch a rhythm because I got to get past you, basically heckling and pestering me all game. And it's not illegal. It's just that, bro, like you said, it is a mental thing. And if somebody keeps doing that to you, and not only doing that to you, but then backing it up with the right skill set, hey, man, I'd imagine that there's some people out there right now like, I really can't stand this dude. Like I mean, like I don't look forward to playing against him. Where
Mhm.
did he end up at? I'm trying to remember where did he even end
With
up at?
Sneed, the Titans.
Yeah, I'm tired of them already.
Yeah,
But
the Titans.
anyway,
Yeah, they gonna be pretty. They picked up some
I don't
guys.
think
So
they're gonna be too bad.
yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think they're gonna be,
yeah.
but all roads. If you want to go to the Super Bowl, you got to come to Kansas City.
Yes,
All roads
sir.
lead here.
Yes,
I don't care
sir.
who you are. I'll say it now. I'll say it. I'm saying it. If I'm wrong, so be it. Then I don't want to be right. Uh, all roads lead to Kansas City, bro. I believe that we are capable, and I believe that we have the right stuff to go to the Super Bowl, and I believe that we're going again.
Got the right stuff, baby.
We got the right stuff, baby.
The right stuff. What song? That's old. That's old.
That's just
Showing my
me.
age right
I
there.
mean, I'm just
Oh,
saying, yeah, that was, yeah, but I mean,
yeah, man.
that's my opinion there.
Okay.
Cornerback
Okay.
wise,
All right.
Spags deal with it. Go ahead and holler at Veach.
I gotta see
Nothing
where.
else to me.
Yeah.
You bring in somebody who's a definitive
Yeah.
uh number two just to keep the competition thick and to make those people who you consider potentially able to reach that, that
Well,
mark of
this
excellence or
is
status there.
this is what I
Keep
know.
them hyped.
If it happens to be an issue during the season, prior to the trade deadline, I think Beach would make a trade for a defensive back if it becomes that big of an issue. And that would mean that we would have lost a game or two to bad. That there were some plays because of it. I don't think it'll get to that point, but I mean, like I said, if it becomes an issue where we're like, oh, we really need to address the position because we're not going to win the Super Bowl like that because this is they trying to. So I don't think that's something that Veach would let fall by the wayside and be a deterrent to the Chiefs going for that three-peat. So we'll see, man. We'll see how it
No.
plays out. And hopefully it won't be an issue. Maybe we could be overreacting and we're like, oh, okay, we fine. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
I just think I don't know. I think it's one of them things where are we starting to get to a point as Chiefs fans where we're getting used to winning? We're getting used to seeing the best of the best out of our offense. And then after what we experienced last year on defense, we certainly want to see that again. I don't know, man, but
All
I
right, man. We'll
feel
see.
like it's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing wrong with us being confident and wanting to deal with anything that we might foresee as a potential weak spot in our armor proactively and immediately. Nobody wants to see it. I don't want to fall off at all. I want us to be the dogs that we was last season, but I want us to be the dogs in a way this season where they was like, man, we knew it was going to be tough, but we didn't know they was going to do us like this.
Yeah, I think there'll definitely be a return of prominence with that offense. So we're gonna go
I
to
hope
our.
so.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.